Hello, my name is Jack Sharpshire. Welcome to my channel. Will I see you in heaven? And that is a question for you, and only you can answer that question. I would like to explain why I have this channel and how I came up with the name Will I See You in Heaven. I had a very close friend. His name was Gary Enzer. He lived in Winchester, Kentucky. I used to live in Kentucky myself. I now live in Georgia. But Gary was a very good, very honest individual. He had a Mercedes repair shop and was well known across the country. And was very respected as a Mercedes specialist. He was very honest and a good person. He was married for about 38 years and had a daughter, Whitney. And he was very loving individual to his family. We became very close, very good friends. About a year ago, I received an email informing me that Gary was diagnosed with brain cancer, inoperative brain cancer. I was devastated. As I was talking to my wife about Gary, she asked me, what was Gary's relationship with God? That's when it hit me. I had a problem. All the years that I knew Gary, all the time that I spent with Gary, I never asked him about his relationship with God. Yeah, I lived a Christian life in front of him, but as far as talking to Gary about his relationship, I never did. I had a problem. I started praying about it. God, how do I confront Gary? How do I talk to Gary? How do I do this, God? God gave me, ask him this. Am I going to see you in heaven, Gary? Nobody can get mad about you caring about their life after death. If they have an issue with that question, they're probably an atheist. And that's a different story altogether. So I was able to talk to Gary about it. I still don't know if I will see Gary in heaven. Only Gary can answer that question. And only you can answer that question. Because I want to see you. I don't know who you are, but I want to see you in heaven. A lot of us Christians have verses that we have a special relationship to, and we try to learn them and remember them. Well, I have a problem. I don't have a verse. I have a chapter. Romans chapter 12. The whole chapter, not just one or two verses. And I like the Living Bible version of that Romans 12. And in that Romans 12, one of the things that it points out that we need to analyze and look at ourselves honestly, openly. We need to look at ourselves honestly. Look at our life. Look at our thoughts. Is there sin in our life? Get it out. Now, some people say, well, everybody sins every day. Well, I beg to differ with that. I look at the Bible and read where Jesus had healed a lot of different people. And quite a few times, after he healed them, he told them, go and sin no more, or worse will come upon you. I don't know. If Jesus said it, would it, he said something that you couldn't do? I don't believe so, do you? I don't think he tells us anything that we can't do. Yeah, it's hard. You have to have the Holy Spirit living in you. You have to rely on the Holy Spirit. You have to listen to the Holy Spirit. And the devil does not give up. The devil is right there. Every day, every opportunity, he will tempt you. I love to get on the internet, watch YouTube videos, and look up different things. And over there on the side, the devil's at his worst. He's working on putting a temptation in front of us. Just about every time I can look over on the side and see a YouTube that probably would open the pathway to hell. Put sin in my life. But you can do it, I can do it. We can keep from punching that little button, going that direction. There's a lot of good things on the internet. And there's just as many bad things. But I'm telling you, you can keep from going and drifting that way. And if you're going to make it to heaven, you better. You know, we never know when time is up. Gary knew he only had a few months to live, but he didn't know the hour and the day. And sometimes we don't get a warning. We don't get notification that tomorrow you're going to pass away. No. My son passed away. He died in his sleep. He didn't have forewarning. No doctor told him that, Jay, one of these nights you're going to lay down and go to sleep and pass away. He had an enlarged heart that no one knew about. And he passed away in his sleep. Another time, I was driving down the road highway when I was working. And I came up upon an accident. It had just happened. And I pulled over to see if I could help. I started to walk past this one vehicle, and I looked into the passenger door window, and I saw a man sitting there in the passenger seat, dead. Wow, that really hit me. Here's a man sitting in the passenger seat. Probably had nothing to do with the accident. And he was dead, gone. We never know. It can happen in an instant. We might not have time to say, oh, Jesus, forgive me. But we can live without sin in our life. Jesus would not have told us something we could not do. But like I said, yes, it's probably hard. Especially in the world today. There's a lot of things to tempt us. What I want to do with this YouTube channel is share some of my failures. And I had a lot. I've been divorced. I've made a lot of mistakes. But I'm going to heaven. It doesn't matter where we come from. It only matters where we're going to. It doesn't matter the mistakes you made, as long as you've asked God and Jesus Christ to forgive you. And that's what this channel is about. Because like it says, I want to know, will I see you in heaven? And I believe we have never met face to face. When we get to heaven, we can walk up to one another and say, I'm seeing you in heaven. Heaven is described so beautiful. And that's what I want to share with you, some books that talk about it. And one of the books, the name of it is Heaven is for Real. When my son passed away, I wanted to know more about heaven. And this is one of the books that came to me to read. It's about a young boy that had a out-of-body experience when he died. And he came back. And he reveals throughout the years what it was like on that out-of-body experience. I believe it's a true story. And I believe I want to be there in heaven also. But like I say, there's a lot of different things I want to talk about. And I want to share with you my mistakes, how I fixed them, and the consequences for those mistakes. We all make them. And the trouble is, some of them we have to live with the rest of our life. And those are the ones that tear us apart. But we can make it. So that's what this channel is about, and that's what my video, and I'll get better at doing the videos, don't worry. This is my first one. We all learn as time goes on. Just like putting sin behind us. We learn as we go. So until the next time, God be with you. God bless you. And God bless America. And I will see you soon. Thank you for this time.